waiting on it.
Hey, gal, me like the way you perform, the way you grab on me cocky, turn me on.
What's going on, Soko found? What it is, what it ain't, and what it will be. How y'all doing today? I'm here with my boy, Mr. Starboy 305. One and only Mr. Fax himself. How you feeling, my guy?
No.
So today we coming with a slew of topics today, and these are kind of off the cuff. Some of these questions have some validity to them. Some of them are just just to see where everybody's head is at, and what's the temperature with everybody. So to start, first question: celeb shoes. And by celeb shoes, Starboy, what I'm pretty much asking is, if you had to put yourself in any celebrity's shoes, who would it be and why?
Okay. So if we go on celeb shoes, I feel like so I'm gonna give the male perspective side first. Uh, Male perspective side, if any celeb shoes I had to be in, I'm going with, like I said, true to loyal, Kevin Hart, man. Um, just the way he puts himself in different aspects is like, for example, like what he has taught me is like you don't have to just stay in one lane. You get what I'm saying? Like, okay, you may be good at this, but you could try to get into another lane. So, start off doing comedy, stand-up comedy. Okay. Get into stand-up comedy. Then when you become a good comedian, you go from stand-up comedy to acting. Then boom, you start working out. Then you get, brand deals from working out. You get, he's a partner with Fabletics. So, it's just a bunch of different things that he's making and a bunch of different things that, he has his own radio show. So it's just like, in life, what I learned is like, okay, the people that if you want to be really successful in life, you can't just be stagnant. You can't do one thing. You got to do a bunch of things. Like there's really no time. Like, yes, you can rest, but there's really no time for rest in the beginning parts when it comes to grind mode. So just seeing like different things that he's done and then seeing how he's put himself in different positions to win, like, is at the end of the day, it's like, you got to be like multifaceted. You got to be like a Swiss Army knife. You got to be like Draymond. Like, you can't just be, all right, this is the one thing that's going to do it for me. You get what I'm saying? And that's pretty much like for the celebrity shootout like that I will be put in, it'll be probably Kevin Hart, because like I said, he comes from hard work. Like, all like one thing that people said, like, I know people that say this regardless, and Shannon Sharp said this, and Shannon Sharp worked hard. He said nobody works can outwork Kevin Hart. And that's big to me, because it's like, if if I feel like Shannon Sharp is doing a lot, like, I'm not really seeing what Kevin is doing. You know what I'm saying? And now
Okay.
that he's directing films and stuff like that, so it's
He
just a lot.
directed too?
He directing too, bro. Because the movie Night School with Tiffany Haddish,
Mm-hmm.
directed that movie. So it's just like, and his people wrote the script. So it's just like a bunch of different ways that he's just making his name grow in the business.
Okay. Tapping in.
Hmm.
Cool, cool. Okay. Hey, if I had to say I had to choose one celebrity, I would probably choose hmm, my mind is telling me Chris Tucker.
Okay.
And the reason I like Chris Tucker is also because he's multifaceted. He could give you a good movie, he
Hmm.
can give you a good stand-up comedy, you know,
Exactly.
and then he's everywhere. He's very high profile as far as like friendships that he's developed, in the business. So, he's revered by many people with the likes of like Michael Jackson and other people like Stevie Wonder and then them type of guys. So I've always, seen greatness from Chris Tucker, and I just think he's a all around Renaissance guy, funny guy. So yeah, that's probably who I would choose. But to transition, so today is not a Shedeur Sanders parade per se, but this is more so like trying to figure out what's the temperature in that locker room due to the fact that this organization and the organization I'm speaking on is the Cleveland Browns has so much quarterbacks. So we're talking about Mr. Dylan Gabriel himself taking shots at Shedeur Sanders. What are your thoughts on that? Do you feel like it was just? Do you feel like it was needed? Do you feel like he's hating? Do you feel like he's a little upset in his performance? How do you feel like he could have handled this And
So if you want me to show the clip, I can show you the clip.
yeah, there go, there
So
go.
let me just show you the clip right quick. Hold on, let me just.
Yeah, I'm curious to know what was said, man.
So let me start the clip all over. So mind you, the game is still going on. As you can see, Social Fam, it's the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's just part of it. You know, there's entertainers and there's competitors, and I totally understand that. And my job is to compete, and that's what I'm focused on doing. Of course, we're doing this mid game, but you know, it's something that I'll get used to, and just want to be the best team that I can and create an environment where we can all go do our best work. That's all we want to do.
So the biggest thing for me was the fact that he said that there's entertainers and there's competitors. First and foremost, Dylan Gabriel, if you don't know what you're talking about, just stop playing football right now. All sports are an entertainment sport. Football, basketball, soccer, tennis, golf, all of them are entertainment sport. Just because you play a sport doesn't mean you have to be just you can't be an entertainer. You look at some of the best. LeBron James is a showman. Steph Curry's a showman. Doesn't mean they don't like to win. Michael Jordan was a showman. Like all of these different players are showmen. Tom Brady was a showman. Like all of these different players are showmen. So you can't say there's some competitors and then there's some entertainers, bro. It doesn't work like that. And if I'm keeping it real with you, like JP, like I don't know like what's going on. You get what I'm saying? Like, how is Dylan Gabriel getting the most reps in practice? He's a third round pick, but he don't look like no third round pick. He look like he's supposed to be where Shedeur is at, and Shedeur look like where he's supposed to be at. Because my thing is, okay, we were told by Kevin Stefanski that after Shedeur, he had a decent game, game the first preseason game. He had a decent game, 2 touchdowns. I think he had threw for like 138 yards. We were told by Kevin Stefanski that he was going to be the starter for this game, for the second preseason game, if Dylan Gabriel's hamstring didn't, like if he wasn't able to go. Then miraculously out of nowhere, Shedeur gets hurt. Shedeur gets hurt out of nowhere.
So do you think there's some funny business going around?
I think there's some funny business going around because how all of a sudden now he gets hurt. He doesn't have a lot of opportunities. Like you said, there's 4 QBs in the Browns, right? So you're looking at Shedeur, Dylan Gabriel, well, actually 5. You're looking at Shedeur, Dylan Gabriel, Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, and Deshaun Watson.
I forgot about Deshaun.
Exactly.
Hold
So
on.
exactly.
Where's Deshaun been?
He was injured. Remember, he tore his Achilles.
Right.
So he's coming back from a torn Achilles. So my thing is that, like, okay, so you got 5 quarterbacks in the roster. You can't keep all 5 when the season starts. So you're gonna have to cut somebody. My thing is that Shedeur got the most approved because every NFL team was out of spite that because they didn't like his dad. Oh yeah, we're gonna show you. We're gonna pick you in the 5th round. So if you're gonna pick him in the 5th round, my thing is okay. You're giving Dylan Gabriel all these reps, and Dylan Gabriel's over here disrespecting his teammate. It's not my fault, Dylan Gabriel, that you threw a pick 6 yesterday. It's not my fault. You didn't look at the coverage. You didn't see that basically 4 people was around each other. You didn't even see that. And you threw the ball. You get what I'm saying? So it's just that, like, I don't really get the situation. Like, I don't understand it. It's like you're the Cleveland Browns, you're looking like for the quarterback of the future, Dylan Gabriel's not it. Joe Flacco's not it. Kenny Pickett's not it. Because if Kenny Pickett was it, they would have kept him in Pittsburgh. They literally just went to go get Aaron Rodgers, and Aaron Rodgers' career is basically over.
So as far as Kenny Pickett is concerned, he's a champion. He's the only one out of all of them that's a champion.
But he's a champion, yeah.
But I get what you're saying. I hope his stock does rise, but just with another organization, because I'm holding on to a couple of Kenny Pickett cards that I need to kind of blossom.
Yeah, but my thing is how can Shedeur? What can he do? He can't even play.
Right, they hindering him. But look, the thing is though, if he goes to another organization, I'd much rather that. Like if they let him go or release him, I'd much rather that because the Browns don't know what to do with him.
No, they don't.
They got two good receivers, and a tight end now. They had a running back. Well, he hopefully he comes back at least half the man he was. Then you have a edge rusher. After that, I couldn't really tell you who's there besides the Ward. Was Ward still there?
Yeah, he's there. Yeah, Travis Ward's still there.
Okay, so
Mhm.
that's really what they have
Oh,
to
not
hang
Davis, my bad. Denzel, my bad. Denzel
themselves
Ward.
for. Yeah, that's who they have to hang their hat on. But
Mhm.
this is an unfortunate situation because it's like I feel like they turning two young guys against each other who are fighting for the same things and they're hindering one. And the irony is that the one that they're hindering is the African American quarterback. Now, granted, sometimes I think the antics are a little bit much. Like, you know what I'm saying? So when you young, they want you to come in the game with humility and you know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? They don't want you to kind of be so brash and you know rough around the edges when it comes to like showboating and stuff like that. But
Mhm.
everybody's celebrating.
Mhm.
Everybody's celebrating. When you see the wide receiver get a first down, what you do?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so
Mhm.
that's time being taken off where they could be setting the ball up for placement. You know what I'm saying? If they're
Mhm.
running 2 minute offense, you know what I'm saying? So it just I feel like it comes with the game. So the statement that Dylan Gabriel made, it doesn't like really. I feel like it wasn't needed. It wasn't needed. I feel like he could have left that statement where it was at. I feel like he could have just made mention that you know he's working hard. You know he's trying to grind. You know just build his way up the team's depth chart. But to then throw a little slight slug like that, it is definitely noticed. And I'm sure that's going to be the talk of media. You know,
Mhm.
look, we talking about it.
Mhm. See, my issue is the biggest issue I have with that whole situation is this, right? If you look at the NFL and you look at Shedeur coming out of college, people are saying that they think Shedeur is more, focused on the outside of football, because he got the song, because he got a song that he made, because he literally, put the AP up, the chains and all of that, you know what I'm saying? So it was this saying like he focused on something more than football, like he trying to entertain the people, he's not trying to play. So that's my issue with Dylan Gabriel. It's like, okay, you guys are in a quarterback competition. I didn't hear Shedeur take shots at anybody, especially like Dylan Gabriel. Don't get me wrong. Like, yes, you were drafted higher than Shedeur, even though you weren't supposed to be. But like at the end of the day, nobody knows who you like. Nobody checking for you, Dylan Gabriel. Like, pretty much look like if I'm pretty sure if you look at the Brown preseason game views from when Shedeur played to when Dylan Gabriel played, I'm pretty sure that number was drastically low.
I think he had the highest selling jersey.
Hmm?
I think he had the highest selling jersey. Like,
Listen, and then what's crazy is that the Cleveland Brown and NFL used him in a bunch of different trying to market him a bunch of different ways, but you wasn't like checking for him when he got drafted. So that's pretty much crazy.
right. They see a cash cow right now, but
Hmm.
they scared to utilize what they have. That's the irony in all.
Definitely.
How you gonna have the man there, but you scared to use the man?
Bro, I don't know, brother.
That's like me. That's like me saying, "Hey, I need you to perform a job for me, right? Like
Hmm.
let's say whatever your skill set might be, and then you get here, and I'm like, well, I'm just gonna use you sometime. Like I need you to set this whole ladder up, whatever, but only on a Saturday.
Exactly.
You know, it don't add up.
Facts.
But to transition, top five nicknames. Now this one, I'm just curious to know because like every family got that one where they just give an outlandish nickname. But I'm curious to
Mhm.
know, Sokol fam, what are the top five nicknames? And I say we'll say in the Caribbean household. We'll say in the Caribbean household. What's how you feeling about that, Starboy? What's the five nicknames that stuck with you?
In a Caribbean household, um, it could be if you're Hispanic, it could be Papi. Um, that could be a nickname right there.
Mhm.
Um, I know, like in a Haitian household or just like Caribbean household. Um, for me, my mom called me Tiku. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means, Brody. I really don't. She's been calling me that
Hey,
since I was like, I listen. I don't know what that means, bro. She's been calling me that
so
since I was a kid.
We got
Um,
a T.
yeah, you have it could be also I'm trying to think of another nickname in that Caribbean
Oh,
household.
don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt.
Hey, listen, man, because it's like, you know, I wouldn't use no, Tifuyi or
Okay, how
I
about
wouldn't
this?
say that nickname.
We gonna say household in general because that one is a little because the Haitian households, bro, they be ODing with a nickname.
Yeah, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. With the girls, they be like Mademoiselle or stuff like that, or stuff like that. But just nicknames in general, like I'm not gonna lie, like nicknames in general when it comes to any household, you could put like Pookie is a big nickname in the household. Uh,
Mhm,
you got I know it's like one of these kids they used to call this boy Fat Man.
mhm,
Um,
mhm,
that's a nickname. Uh, it could be Pork
mhm,
Chop nickname. It could be let's see. Um, I know a lot of girls got a nickname Didi. Um, yeah, yeah. A lot
That,
of girls,
I got a cousin named Didi.
yeah, a lot of girls do got a name Didi. Um, you got let's see what else. I'm trying to think more so on the girls wise. You got not a like Naya or like Nia. You got a lot of them like where their name could be like something that ends with a Naya. Like you have like a lot of them that be like that, or um or Leia, something like. It was just girls with a lot of nicknames. You know what I'm saying? So that's how pretty much like nicknames I know, like household wise, like you know what I'm saying.
Okay, okay. I got one.
All right, go ahead.
So I start with the Mimi, the Lily,
Hmm.
TT,
That's true.
Day Day,
Hmm.
Joe. I'm the JoJo of my family.
Hmm.
Shoot, the list goes on, bro. Fat man, Daddy man,
Yeah,
little man, Pee Wee.
exactly. Yeah,
If you got a man in your family, that's the one everybody got to watch out for. that's that's the one,
yeah.
man.
I'm not gonna lie, man. Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
Yeah, that man is different.
yeah, exactly. It'd be a lot of them.
Hmm. Hmm. But the whole gist of this, man, and the reason I kind of like threw that out there is because like I feel like everybody belong to somebody. You know what I'm saying? We all,
Facts.
we all each other's family at the end of the day. So it's like somebody that could be disturbing you is somebody's TT, Lily, Mimi, or
Hmm.
whatever. It is, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So it's like I just want us to go throughout this week and kind of just like handle each other with care. Soko fam, just kind of be graceful with one another. You know, just just strive to kind of like what I'm saying, move around the chaos. When the chaos does bring itself or present itself to you.
Hmm. Facts.
Then we got to transition. We got Dolphins practice. All
This
right.
is what I've been waiting for.
Yeah, and
Cause
this is good. It's good because you see how I got the color now. Got the
yeah,
eye.
no, I see how you got the color. I see how you
Yeah,
got the color.
that was a little orchestrated,
Okay, it was orchestrated. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
because
But
I know.
and you know what I'm about to do?
Hit me.
DJ, play that music.
All right.
Listen, I just want to know how you have to explain Soul Fan. I don't know how JP is gonna get out of this one to explain what am I watching? Like I don't know what he gotta how he can defend his Dolphins.
Mm, mm.
Unless he would.
Now listen.
Yeah, I need to cut him.
Mm. Oh my god.
Look at that ball. Mm, 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 mm,
Mm.
mm, mm, mm. putting the Dolphins to work. But DG, I have a question.
DG, I think DG might be joining us in a bit.
I have a question. Who is 23? Because y'all need to cut him.
Listen,
Y'all need to cut him. What was that? I just seen
what you saw, right? That was one of the top receivers in the game.
Yeah.
So, I can't expect him to hold him every play, but he do got to do a little bit better.
It looked like he was holding him no play.
Nah. He
You
wasn't.
said every play. I don't think he hold him one play.
But check this out, though. What people fail to show y'all, Soko fam, is what happened the next day.
You're right.
Now, DJ, drop the music. DJ, drop the music. Where are the highlights of when we was cooking them?
Okay, no, I'm not saying you can't have the highlights of y'all cooking them, but I'm saying it's expected though.
What you mean?
You got Tyreek Hill. What you mean?
I wasn't practicing that day.
I'm not saying he was, but I'm just saying like you gotta. Okay, I see.
That's
He's
St.
trying
Brown.
to.
That's St. Brown.
Okay.
Supposed to do that.
Okay.
That's expected of him.
Okay. But I'm just saying on every play.
You see how every play. You see how people do Soko fam?
Okay.
They only play moments. They don't never want.
Hey, that was a 1 minute full of moments.
It was. But you know what though? That man is getting paid to do that.
Yeah, you're right.
That man is supposed to cook him.
But he was cooking out with fish, grease.
Now, I know you on Twitter. Go ahead and drop that beat, man.
Yeah, I'm on Twitter.
That was bad. That was bad what you just showed me. That was real bad. I didn't really have much to say because I already heard about it. I knew about it, but I didn't expect it'd be your own people, Soko fam. I didn't expect my main mans to come on here and try to do me like that. Before we got in this live thing, whatever we got going on, the first thing he said was, so you want to talk about the Dolphins in practice? That's the first thing he said. He didn't come on like, what's good, JP? What topics you want to talk about today? You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing that came out of his mouth.
Okay, but see, my question is, how come I'm on Twitter, but it want to show none of the highlights of the Dolphins players? It only want to show
St.
Brown.
They be scraping all the footage, man, of the real stuff.
Because that's all I'm seeing. I ain't seeing no Dolphins footage.
You know what? Go to the Dolphins page. See, you might be undercover Detroit Lions fan. I don't.
Yeah, I'm not a Detroit Lions fan. I'm just a fan of greatness, and I just seen him cooking the Dolphins because I'm like I seen practice. I didn't seen teams go against teams, like they run a quick scrimmage, but I ain't never seen nothing like that. That boy was getting off every play.
Man,
every play.
Trust me, that's not the only training camp is happening at. Who the 49ers been training with?
What you mean? We in the rebuilding mode.
Hold on, I ain't asked that. I said who y'all training with?
We train with some team,
Some team.
We
so the play themselves in a scrimmage.
No, I didn't say that. I was just saying we playing with some teams.
See what I'm saying? So who are the teams?
I'm just saying we training with some teams. That's all.
Training with some teams. Y'all hear this? Wait till let me see. Because DG did bring mention. I gotta bring this to DG attention. It's these random folks that just try to attack Dolphins fans out of nowhere. I don't do nothing. I didn't do.
I'm just being real with you. You know what I'm saying? Look, don't get me wrong. I keep it like you keep it real also, but I'm just like, like y'all was getting cooked.
It's crazy because I saw it. When I see stuff like that happening, I mind my business and go the other way. Because any given Sunday, that's what they say. They say any given Sunday, it could be, bro. That I'm gonna be real with you. That little double move, stop and go, really almost could have tore his ACL on that.
No, he I don't even know why. I don't even know why he tried to run because the separation was crazy.
Bro, I would have played that off. I'm not gonna lie. I would have hit straight to the sideline. Oh shit! Shoot. You know, I feel a little pinch in my nerve or something. Yeah, he was supposed
First
to.
and foremost, he was. I don't even know why he was too close. Like he was way too up. I don't even know why he was doing that because it looked like, I don't know if they were just those like that play. If they were running ones, it looked like they were running ones. But Brody, you can't keep up with Amon Say Brown.
We don't got no corners. Okay,
I know.
we don't got no corners.
That's
So
the reason why. Yeah, I need to. Hey, listen, Jones. Listen, I'm all for people getting a shot in the NFL, but if you can't,
he started off with the Patriots. Then
Mhm.
where he went after that? He went to the Raiders,
Mm.
and then
I
he ended.
should tell you something. Listen, I should tell you something. The only person that's good in the Raiders is Max Crosby. That's it.
Oh Lord!
That's the only good person at the Raiders. I'm sorry. I
So
mean, I know they just got Anthony,
I
but
was
I'm just
saying,
saying.
what is your thoughts on him? Because now we done did our fantasy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we got Mr. DG. Oh shoot, that's what we need next week. We gotta discuss these draft grades, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because Soko found when we get a screenshot and we post, we're gonna post who pick who, right?
Yeah.
And, I don't know. I don't know about Mr. DG and Mello.
Yeah, DG was. I don't know what he was. He was smoking. I don't know what he was doing. I thought DG was gonna be a football like a football guru. I don't know what he was doing.
Listen, in DG's mind, he probably had the right format. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But the way it was executed, I don't think he did a mock draft. I don't think he did a mock draft.
See,
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
see, I did more. I did a lot of mock drafts. Let me tell you who messed it up. Soko fam, and Soko fam, he's not here today. Mello.
Mello.
Listen, leave it to Mello to always mess something up. Okay, that's what you gotta do. Okay, shout out to you, Mello. But once Mello was the first person to pick a quarterback, I said, yeah, I'm not leaving no quarterbacks out there to get. I'm
Yeah.
like, I gotta get mine.
Mello, our draft. I was at work, Soko found. So as the draft is going, I'm sneaking my phone on the side, just
Mhm.
trying to make sure I get my right pick. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm true to this, not new to this. First of all, Second, I'm watching the way the board is going, and I see Mello take a quarterback, and I'm like, what's going on here? You know how Soko fan. I ain't trying to spoil it for y'all, but you know how Mello speak on Patrick Mahomes, right?
Mhm. Said there's only three things.
That's Mello's favorite line right there.
Mhm.
So my thing is, why is it that he end up getting what is he the first in the draft order?
I think no. I don't think he was first. I think it was like second or third.
Okay, so check this out, Soko fam. When I was doing my pre-draft, I made sure I put myself last every time.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I put myself last is because I wanted to see who was going to leave the board just in case I was disappointed and I couldn't get the top guy. So I knew the big names like Jamar Chase and all of these guys was going to leave the board, So
I think Melo was probably first because he grabbed Jamar Chase first.
Right.
Yeah.
So everything was looking good. I was like, okay, he grabbed Chase. That's a stamp right there.
Mm-hmm.
Then after like the third round, things start going downhill. I was like, hold on.
I think Jamar Chase was his only good pick.
I was like, hold on now. Now, since he's not here to defend himself, Soko fam, I will have Mello come on here with his picture of his draft choice and kind of just justify his logic or his reasoning behind this, because I can't make sense of it. Starboy can't make sense of it. And Lord knows if DG can make sense of it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, DG.
Exactly.
Let me pull up my phone real quick.
Yeah, let me look at it because
let me look at this real
I
quick.
don't know what DG was doing.
Because these guys, oh wow. Y'all got a podcaster who don't know how to charge his phone, y'all.
Yeah, because I'm looking at DG's thing right now.
Yeah. Just read them off to your boy, because
okay. Because so far DG got quarterback Jordan Love, I don't know why DJ would get an injury prone quarterback. And he can't scramble. Um, so he's not really getting outside the pocket like that.
You got some
Um,
to do, DG.
exactly. Jameer Gibbs was a good pick, like the Jameer Gibbs pick.
Mm,
James Cook was all right, not bad. Not a top, not a top five running back, but he okay. He okay.
mm.
Um, Brian Thomas Jr. That was a good pick.
That's
That's
a
a
good
good
one.
pick. That's a good pick. Carolina. I mean not Carolina. Jacksonville. Um, Tyreek Hill. He a Florida boy.
Yeah.
DG a
Talking
Dolphins fan. Tyreek
DG.
Hill. That's a good pick. I just don't know how the dynamic of Tyreek Hill and Tua's gonna be this season, but that's a good pick. Brock Bowers was a good pick, tight
That's a
end.
that's a real good
Um,
one. That's
I
probably
just
my
don't know. I just don't know who's gonna throw him the ball.
Gino.
I mean, Gino's there, yes. I think Gino. Don't get me wrong, Gino's there, but I'm just saying, like,
Listen to me, Starboy.
mhm,
Gino or Gino?
Gino.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just telling you. Listen, it's not that I don't have faith in Gino, but I'm just saying, like, you know, it is what it is. He got Chase Brown. I just don't see like my thing is this with the whole um Cincinnati. Like, yeah, it's cool, but Chase Brown is not better than Joe Mixon. And the much money Joe Bear is getting paid, and the way that how much money T Higgins and Jamar Chase getting paid, they're gonna throw the ball like 30 or 40 times a game. So Chase Brown, you're really not gonna get touches like that. Like you're probably gonna get 15 carries or less. The Eagles defense is not bad. That's a good pick. He got the kicker from uh Buffalo. I believe it's Tyler Bass. So that's not. It
Mm.
just I didn't understand why he picked up Cam Ward as a backup QB. Like you're not rookies have like a sometimes they have good games and then they have slumps. So I just don't know why he picked up Cam Ward. I
Well,
really don't know.
check this, Starboy. Maybe he picked Cam Ward with the intent of Cam Ward having a Jaden Daniels esque season.
Oh, that's not happening. That's not happening.
And what is your logic behind that?
Because it's like, okay, you got to look at Jaden Daniels and what he had behind him. First and foremost, Jaden Daniels got like speed. He can take off. Like he can run. Also, okay. I would say Jaden Daniels is a better Lamar when Lamar started football. When he started in the NFL, he's already a better pocket passer than Lamar when Lamar was in his first year. Okay, I'm not gonna say he's like Lamar when it comes to the action type of running like that because I call Lamar Action Jackson. Um, I'm not gonna say he's like Lamar when it comes to the running, but that you have to be mindful. You have to put that spy. You have to keep a spy on him. So I'm just saying, like we've seen what he did to the we've seen what he did to the Lions. The Lions, because the Lions had win and go. They went to go smack the Vikings. They
Mm-hmm.
smacked the Vikings, and then they came to, it was them in Washington. And we thought, I thought that okay, there
Lions.
was something that it looked like the way that the Lions were rolling on offense, even though they had a lot of injuries on defense, it looked like they was going to go to the NFC Championship game. It looked
Yeah.
like that. It looked like it was going to be them and the Eagles.
Right. Right. Right.
I don't know what happened, but when they seen them boys,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
that
That
boy BTA.
Yeah. Yeah. And people forget about that.
Yeah, no, I ain't forget.
So I'm
And
gonna tell you,
uh
Soko Fam and Starboy. Starboy already know, but I got Jaden Daniels as my quarterback, right? But
mhm,
I'm a little hesitant and scared because I'm very much aware of the sophomore slump. But what I seen was that was the best quarterback available for me on the board, so
mhm.
that I decided to take him. But I seen what CJ Stroud was on, so the first year versus the second year, and it's a little different. But then again, I think about Jaden Daniels, and I do think of like a baby Lamar. So I'm hoping whether he gets my points through the air or to
Mhm.
the ground, it's gonna come somewhere.
See, but the only difference is I see like because like hopefully they they get scary Terry under contract. The only difference is like they added Debo, so it's like that's what I'm saying. Like if you look at the Titans, if you look at Cam Ward, your best receiver is Calvin Ridley. After that, I don't even know who's another receiver on the team. If I'm being real with you, I don't know who's another receiver on the team.
They got a young Restrepo, which was Cam Ward's main guy at Miami. Then after that, I can't tell
But
you.
I know he's a rookie though. That's what I'm saying. I'm talking
Mhm.
about like established players already.
Oh,
Like,
we have to go up and down that roster, but
I don't know. I think I forgot the running back. Tony Pollard is their running back. But
yeah,
other than that, I don't know. Like besides established players, besides Tony Pollard and Calvin Ridley, I don't know. So it's like my thing is that you're having Cam Ward in a situation where it's like he doesn't have the necessary tools. Like Jaden Daniels' team, like I'm not gonna say the Commanders didn't have a great defense. They didn't have a great offense, but when it was like peaking, they was peaking. I remember they came back in the regular season to beat Philly. It was a high scoring game, and that boy, I think he threw like 5 or 6 touchdowns, and then for some reason, it seemed like during the clutch, that boy Jaden Daniels performed.
they showed
That
up and
boy like, in the clutch, he be clutching because they beat Tampa. They was one that beat Tampa. Baker literally led the team to a drive to take the lead, and that boy literally Jaden Daniels said, "Okay, all right, cool. You did that. You led the team to drive. All right, let me come right back." So I don't know, my boy. I know he liked that though.
yeah. He
To
definitely
me,
owns.
he better. To me, he should have been the number one pick. Better than Caleb Williams. To me,
Yeah, Caleb, you still on watch. You still on surveillance. Like
yeah, he better than Caleb Williams to me.
I seen that little practice footage where he couldn't even hit the damn
Mm-hmm.
net with the football. I was like, goodness.
Mm-hmm.
But we gonna see, because any quarterback that goes to the Chicago Bears, man, it seemed like they never pan out, man.
Nope. Nope.
Last one who was the last one they had? It's
It
uh,
wasn't Mitch Trubisky, was it?
Cutler was the last decent quarterback they had.
Oh,
Jake
okay, dude, somebody decent.
decent, and then
Yeah,
he stole money from Miami,
you right.
but that's neither here nor there. To transition, we got healthy balance.
Mm-hmm.
No, this one makes me laugh, bro. And the reason why this makes me laugh is because it's Sokopab. It's pertaining to like more of the bigger community, right? Now, I'll be the first to state here, disclaimer, we don't fat shame over here. You know what I'm saying?
Nope.
We don't got no problem with the big folks, but this question that Starboy is about to ask is pretty funny. So take it away, Starboy.
So do you want me to ask the question the regular way, or you
Yeah,
know?
just hit us with the regular 1-2.
Okay, so I pretty much Soka fam was just looking hold on, just give me 1 second. Uh but I was pretty much just looking at social topics, and it basically gave a question and saying like basically do like larger people um have like more concern with healthcare. You know what I'm saying? And it was a topic that we decided to talk about. For me, I really don't think so. Like, are they taking their healthcare seriously? I don't think so though. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, um, for me, it's like, okay, you have to be moderate on what you eat. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just think, oh, I could eat the whole fridge. Or if you ever watch My 600 Pound Life,
I
where
see. But
people
hold on,
just
reframe the question. So you saying like should bigger folks be provided healthcare or should their healthcare be taken away from them?
hold on. Let me look up the question for you. So I don't, because I had it, but then I had left the question.
Because from what I remember, it was like something like should bigger folks still have
Mhm.
healthcare? or something like that.
Give me 1 second. I had this question, but
Yeah, be like that sometimes.
yeah, no, I had it. I just don't know where it's at on my phone. Let me see. No, I don't know. I'm just trying to see where it's at. No, let me see. Like, what? Quick question, JP. What's your thoughts about it? While I try to look for this.
So I feel like bigger folks should be provided with the same things that skinnier individuals have.
Mm-hmm.
But what I will say is we got to utilize this stuff if we got it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
you are unhealthy, you should utilize what you have to then, help you get to where you need to be ultimately. And what I will say is just because you are big, that doesn't make you unhealthy. You know what I'm saying? Because like I know there's certain ethnicities that are big boned, but that doesn't make them unhealthy. You feel me? It's just the bone structure and the bone density of the individual from wherever they may be from. But yeah, to deny somebody health care because they're built a certain way is kind of crazy. But who's to say? Because America is changing rapidly. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not Mr. Politician guy, but you know, things is happening real fast, and who knows? In a year or two, we might wake up and hear some nonsense like that. Where people are willing to ban others due to the fact of their health conditions or not welcome them in, if they don't meet the requirements of what the hospital may want or whatever the insurance may need. So this is one of those topics where like it's easy to laugh at, but it can become reality so fast. Like
That's true.
so I mean, every day is something new. Soko fam, we always finding out something new. Like like I think somebody said something about like in certain places of the world they don't even have bigger boned people. Like I want to say
Mm-hmm.
like China somewhere. Not I don't see too many hefty Chinese folks, but I don't know. I could be wrong, man. Actually that gotta be wrong because what's up? They got sumo wrestlers in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they do.
See what I'm saying? So yeah, but you hear all type of stuff. It's like, what do we believe anymore? You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Who and I seen a fact that threw me off. Like it was like 70 something percent of the facts that we take into consideration are actually not even facts.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, damn. So who's doing the studies on this? You feel me? What is real and what's fake?
A lot of things is fake, man.
Yeah, because
A
that
lot
was
of things is
I
fake.
went. I went down this rabbit hole of just thinking, and I was like, so every time I say,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, did you see this fact?" or "This is a fact," none of
Mm-hmm.
none of that shit is real. Like
That's what I'm saying.
nothing. Are we all just professional bullshitters? Like you
I
know what I mean?
will. Yeah, no, not facts. But it's just like, with all of this going down, like I pretty much just believe like, health is wealth and you gotta like, try to help yourself. You get what I'm saying? So it's like if you're bigger boned or you're on the bigger side, like no disrespect to you, like, you know, but you gotta like once you start get to that point where you can't breathe when you barely like
Hmm.
do a simple task, then you need to take that health seriously. Because if you can't breathe while doing certain tasks or maintain like a good amount of stamina or breath control, like hey, like what you need to do. You
You
know what
know
I'm
what's
saying?
it's a major limit for me mentally when I see people like
Hmm.
that is when you gotta eat with like a grabber.
Hmm.
That's when you
Yeah,
you pass,
you
the
pass that
limit.
limit. Yeah.
When you got to eat with that grabber, your
Hmm.
cheeseburger way over there, but instead of getting up and grabbing it,
You can't.
your grabber and you reach over there, and then your Coke is right there.
Hmm.
And that's just a lot. Like
and then you probably gonna dip it in some sauce. You probably gonna dip the
Right,
sandwich in some
brown it
sauce.
in some sauce.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Mm. And then all of that just sitting in your stomach, and then and you
Exactly. Facts.
sleep, you just full, just sitting there.
Hmm.
That's but then again though, people that's already reached that point, they don't really get
Yep.
full like that.
Yeah. No, they don't. They don't, bro. I didn't see like I saw like one video like where a lady ordered like probably like seven meals from McDonald's,
Mm,
seven of them, and then she ate them, and then she went to a party and ate more food.
dog.
Yeah.
That's boy, that restroom trip gotta be crazy.
Facts.
Gotta be. Oh my gosh.
Facts.
You probably
Crazy.
get to a room.
Exactly. That's
Oh,
true. Yeah, I
mm.
don't know how she got through that one.
But then again, now that we saying that, the government oftentimes funds those little electric chairs for them to kind of
Hmm.
like incline themselves to walk again.
You're right.
But my thing is, okay, yes, that's something that's needed, but like, is that America's way of hindering our obese individuals, or is it like helping them?
I mean, I think it's a double edged sword because if you look at it, most fast food places like are the ones I'm talking about. I'm not talking about Chick-fil-A. I'm not talking about like chick fast food places that have like good customer service and everything like that. Most fast food places are put in the ghetto because if you look at it, it's like because okay, you think of Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A is the only fast food place that cooks their stuff. Everything else is that McDonald's, it comes out of the freezer or something else like that. So it's like you're putting these restaurants. I mean, you're putting these fast food restaurants in a poverty-stricken area because you want those people to buy it because it's like, okay, this is the cheapest thing out right now. So let me go get McDonald's. And then it's like it's helping with the walkers because it's like more and more people is gonna need the walkers. Cause so it's like, you know, hey, let me get a bang for my buck. I get this person here. Cause especially when you get older, once you gain weight, it's harder to lose it. And then when you over the maximum, it's like for example, if somebody's like 500 or 600 pounds, that's a journey, like a harder journey to lose weight. And sometimes, you know, the slow growth, like the slow grind, people may not see results in the beginning from the slow grind, and it's like to themselves, they like, oh, I'm done.
Right. Yeah, but I mean, they do say too. Like, you ever watch the show The Biggest Losers?
Yep.
Man, shout out to them. That was an amazing show back in the day. But what they would do is they'll work you out, they near kill a person, and then they show them the weight loss. Within the bigger you are, the faster you lose that weight. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So like majority of that weight is like water weight, you know what I'm saying? And fluid buildup and stuff like that. And they could
Mm-hmm.
drop like 20 pounds in 1 month.
It's
And
like you can.
so fam, if y'all ever had a visual representation of what 20 pounds feels like in your hand, it's crazy.
No,
Especially
it is.
fusion of like fake fat and you just holding it
Mhm.
like that is crazy. I can see how like fat can really weigh you down and suppress you.
Mhm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You really walking with a whole jacket on, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, this is just a brief little word, just health is wealth, like my boy Starboy
Mhm.
say. You know, I'm not saying you gotta be the healthiest, you know what I'm
No,
saying?
you ain't got to be the healthiest, but
Do
you got
what
to do something.
you saying. You don't want to be
Mhm.
scooting up yourself in a wheelchair and then breathing hard just to go get the mail.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Because the mailman, I could guarantee you, he gonna drive past your house and he's not gonna throw it at the door no more. This is
Nah,
2025.
nobody throw the mail at the door no more.
Nobody gonna throw that mail at that door. And then it's already hot as hell out here. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure it's hot where you at too. So,
Yep, it is.
and you don't want to be, you don't want to make walking to the mailbox your workout. You know what I'm saying? Just 1%. We could get 1% better. You know what I'm saying? We'll be all right.
Mhm.
You know what I do feel too, Starboy, is like you see all these foods we got, right? It's so many
Yep.
options to choose from. You know what I'm saying? I eat crazy. I eat crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I'm on the hot chip wave like I used to be back in the day, but
Mhm.
you know, and all I left the hot chips and Takis. I leave that be. I'm not saying y'all gotta leave those be, but you know, certain things is not for us to consume. You know what I'm saying? Or if you do consume it, why not eat it in moderation rather than
Exactly.
saying, I don't see some people fuck up a whole bag. You know what I'm saying of whatever. You know,
Facts.
it's in one sitting. So the calorie consumption on that, you don't see it in that moment, you don't feel it in that moment.
You
Just
don't
like
see.
yeah. So when it's time to, work out and your gains, that's the same mentality you have to. I didn't see that cheeseburger or feel it when it was packing on. So I'm not gonna see these muscles. I'm not gonna see, the gains right then and
Mhm.
there. It all lies within the consistency. Now, if you got money to, buy you a little something or pay for Ozempic, shit.
Mhm.
Hey,
Mhm.
but also this is what I tell fat people: get to a weight you're comfortable at. You can still be fat, just as long as you're comfortable with the weight you want to be at. You know what I'm saying? It ain't
Mhm.
nothing wrong with, you know what I'm saying, being BBW or being a big man or whatever the case
Mhm.
might be. Because you might not be able to, meet somebody else's weight requirement because we all genetically made different, but
Exactly.
meet yours. You know what I'm saying? When you feel good about yourself, you know what I'm saying? That's all.
Exactly.
That's all that is coming out of this. So big health was the topic. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, we gonna tap back in with y'all, and we're gonna check in with some of y'all weight journeys. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna replay this episode, and I'm gonna say, hey, did you listen
Mhm.
to me? Did you listen to Starboy?
And eat more protein if you're trying to lose weight.
And then check this out. This is what I do. I know there's not crawfish season. I know this is not certain seasoning. Certain foods where you could and you really want to indulge in. It's a season. Tap in
Mhm.
on that seasoning, go hard. Then next season is grind mode to regulate. You know what I'm saying? Or you could keep consistency and continue to, just kind of eat how you want and grind how you want. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So it's a matter of training the mind, bro. And that's what I'm in the process of doing myself. So Soko fam, we could all do our workout journey together, man. Because Rome wasn't built in a day.
Exactly.
So to transition, this is our last topic of the day, Starboy. And I'm just curious to know, like I always ask y'all,
Mhm.
what do we like to hear? What's playing in your ear? You know what I'm saying? What's something that's got you moving and grooving throughout the week? Because we all need some type of motivation to carry us on through the week. Because
Um.
go
Go
ahead.
ahead. Go ahead, bro.
I was gonna say because we ain't consistent on the whole like tapping in throughout the week. So we have to sometimes just ask y'all a general question through the week. But we know we can get y'all that episode once a week. But here and there sprinkles in between the week. So yeah.
For me, I would say the song of the week is "Solita" by Osuna. He's a Hispanic artist. It's just like I would say that one thing I love about Osuna is that he makes like a lot of songs that he makes like the chorus of it or just him like the way he talks on a song and raps like immaculate,
Mm,
immaculate vibes. Like it's like for example, it's like for he gives that certain vibe into that feel into the song, like like just like I feel like hip hop is oversaturated. Pretty much people, everybody sounds the same. Like with a bunch of Hispanic artists that's out, like um, you got Daddy Yankee, you got Bad Bunny, you got um, Yandel, you got Anwel, you got all these different people. Like you know, with him, you got Nicky Jam, you got Aventura, like you got all these different people, and Osuna sounds nothing like them, but he be snapping
I can
like
agree.
he be snapping. You see what I'm saying? So I pretty much my family is part Cuban, part uh, Haitian, so it's like I rock with both musics.
Okay. I feel the vibes. You know, I like a song by Ozuna too. It's with him, Bad Bunny, and a couple of them. It's called Soltera. It's about like
Yes.
20 years old, but that's
Yeah,
that that's that
yeah,
jam. If I had to
no,
choose like a specific like song for the week that's been taking me through the week. Um, it's somewhat melodic. It's by shoot, let me see. Let me pull it up. Bruh man was snapping. Uh, damn.
It wasn't the song you showed me, you know.
Nah. It's by this guy, little shimmy, Rockstar Junkie.
Mm,
That boy snap. But yeah, it's we need something on the playlist to keep us through. So that's probably gonna always remain a topic for us, Soko fam, just because Soko vibes is all about good time music, all that good stuff.
gotcha.
That's what we embody here. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm,
So having a down moment, throw on some
mhm.
little shimmy, goddamn. Throw on some
Exactly.
Ozuna, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Man, whatever gets you moving and grooving.
Exactly. Facts.
So, this is your boy JP,
This is your boy Starboy.
and we signing out.
Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.
Like, comment,
Comment
and
and
subscribe.
subscribe.
Or we're gonna have to come over
Sure.
there. Bye.
Yeah, you got to come to the screen. You know what I'm saying?
Rain on somebody. I'm getting
Exactly. Getting tired of them.
tired. Do
Listen,
y'all
man.
part. Do y'all part. So look at mine. Do y'all part.
Exactly. Serious now.
Wait, all right, then, y'all.